A lot of people thought that the massive deal that took place in the NBA before the trade deadline to send Ben Simmons, who did not want to be in Philadelphia anymore, over to the Brooklyn Nets, and in turn brought James Harden back to the 76ers, people thought that that might be exactly what they needed. With Joel Embiid having a very good season, arguably an MVP caliber season to some, maybe this is what they need. A scorer like James Harden who can also distribute the ball. But since he's got there, it hasn't exactly been as smooth as a lot of people thought. And over the past few games, he has really struggled, especially down the stretch. And now Doc Rivers, after a very bad loss to the Detroit Pistons, seems to be putting a lot of the blame for that loss squarely on the shoulders of James Harden. This is from Barstool. Doc Rivers squarely blames James Harden for the 76ers collapse against the Detroit Pistons tonight. And this is a clip. Doc isn't blaming the bench for the Sixers' loss. This is a direct question about the second unit and the second unit's struggles during a certain part of the game. This is Doc Rivers' response.
The bench unit struggled compared to their bench.
Well, they didn't struggle. They didn't get a lot of shots, in their defense. I think during that stretch, it was more James, than them. So,
I think during that stretch, it was more James than them. And a lot of people have picked up on this, that it sounds like he's blaming James Harden for that loss. And to be fair, when you look at the box score for the 76ers, who lost to the Detroit Pistons, who are very bad this year, James Harden, played for 38 minutes, was 4 for 15, 2 for 9 from behind the arc. It did not play very well. Of course, picked up 9 rebounds and 7 assists for sure, but just did not play well on the night. There's no doubt about that, especially when you look at the kind of night that somebody like Joel Embiid had. 15 rebounds, 37 points. Very efficient night, 11 for 19 from the field. And somebody points out, Ruben Frank, last 6 games, James Harden in the fourth quarter, 4 for 18 from the field, 2 for 10 from 3, and 8 turnovers. So a lot of people have seen this, and people are reacting to that, because as upset as people are with James Harden and his performance, people are also pointing at Doc Rivers and saying, you literally just told this dude to be more aggressive, and now this is what you're coming back at him with. Wait, what? I thought he told Harden to be aggressive scoring and not to worry about others getting shots. Did he really say that? He better not show up to practice tomorrow. Doc, literally a week ago, we need Harden to shoot more. Doc, today, the bench sucked because Harden shot too much. Now, listen, the 76ers, it's going to be interesting. I don't think James Harden is a winner. I simply don't. I think that what we've seen from him over the years, the teams that they've had, the way that they're structured, the way his game is played, I don't think he has a winning attitude, and I don't think he's a winner. I don't know if you can win a championship with James Harden as your best player. And that's why him going to Philly with Joel Embiid, I thought was so interesting, because now you have where he's not necessarily the top dog, but it's not the same environment that you had with the Brooklyn Nets, where you have KD. But now you have a 1A, 1B with Joel Embiid and Harden, and their games complement each other potentially. It's not working out as well as it should yet, but that doesn't mean that Philadelphia doesn't still have a great shot to win the Eastern Conference if they can get things figured out. But by Doc Rivers throwing Harden under the bus, I don't know if that's the best way to go about handling James Harden. He seems like a finicky dude, somebody who's going to take things very personally and very sensitive. What do you guys think? What do you guys make of what Doc Rivers said? Do you think he's putting that blame on James Harden? Let me know in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.